a gentleman and gutted them. Try not to say this too often, but yibbity yibbita.
Here's me as a Grom. I chased the championship tour. Now I'm a dad, a coach, and a lover of all things nature, and on the hunt for new adventures. I've learned that the best ingredients aren't the ones you buy. Travelling the world to surf has taken me to some far out places, but my own backyard never ceases to amaze me. So, we're off to explore and source new ingredients. With the help of a few locals and to sneak in a few waves, each episode ends with a cook-up of everything we've gathered. Welcome to Livelihood. We're on the Northern Beaches, a place I've called home for nearly 2 decades, where national parkland meets the sea, and the pace of things is just right. It's famous for producing multiple surfing world champions, and is where bands like Midnight Oil and In Excess got their start. This is a place filled with big ideas. Welcome to the Northern Beaches. We're in Terry Hills, right on the edge of national parkland. Today, we're meeting our chef for the episode at a converted service station turned restaurant.
Good, how are you?
Yeah, really well. Nice to see you.
Great to be here.
We're going to put the zucchinis in this bowl.
Tom is going to be cooking everything we find on our trip. This is Tom's first restaurant, and it truly feels like his happy place. Tucked away in the bush with a beautiful kitchen garden for inspiration and fresh ingredients.
Always looked for people growing things in line with our values, which is, not using chemicals and working with the moon cycles. Maybe not that extreme, but definitely along the strain of, organics, biodynamics, local.
Tom's journey started as a traditional chef with a stint cooking on Steven Spielberg's private super yacht. But now, with Berkelo Kitchen, he's found a passion in simple cooking, working with the best ingredients to create timeless dishes.
Gio and I have been cooking some dinners up here and just kind of changing the menu every week, and it's really organised. And as you can imagine, working with me, people are enjoying it, and that's the main thing.
Before launching this restaurant, Tom took a break from the high-paced cooking scene and got into baking. Now, he runs 4 bakeries across the Northern Beaches, each serving long-fermented loaves and healthy, delicious food. It's all about simplicity: flour, water and salt. Tom's commitment to simplicity has earned him a loyal following, and he's bringing that ethos right here to the restaurant.
Yeah, how are you?
One of his latest projects is pasta.
So this doesn't look like your everyday run-of-the-mill pasta. What have we got here?
Make sourdough pasta.
Wow.
Tom has combined what he has learned from making sourdough bread and applied it to pasta, focusing on quality flour and digestibility. Utilising his connections to the flour growers and millers just a few hours' drive away in Gunnedah, central west New South Wales, Tom and his head baker Matt teamed up with one of the country's most progressive flour mills, which produces sustainably certified and organic flours. They are able to see where the flour is grown and milled and the pasta is made next door.
We discovered that lots of the flour, even though we grow so much in Australia, was still imported, especially for things like pasta. So we're really proud to have an Australian-made pasta product, and we have lots of people that say they feel better for it, and that's, not scientists, just cooks.
Can you keep feeding me? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that one.
We're just around the corner to meet Ren and John from Rooftop Bees. Ren and John take these beehives and install them on corporate and urban rooftops all across the country.
Good, how are you?
Yeah, well. So this is the little apiary.
I'm waiting for it to give me a kiss.
John spent 15 years in the corporate world, but all he could think about was his bees at home and life outdoors. One day, He quit and found a way to bring the bees into the corporate space.
And I think for me, the most powerful thing with the bees is really giving all those workers in the office that ability to connect with nature in the built environment while they're in the office.
Yeah.
And, 5 years later, we're working with some of the world's biggest businesses and organisations, connecting their buildings and their staff and tenants with the magical world of bees.
Oh, that's not a taste.
Oh, it's not?
No, you gotta go like this.
Ah, right.
Really get it on the finger.
I was just being polite. I'll go again.
These are batches from our clients' honey sites. And then today we're actually going up to see one of our clients, Zurich Tower, and this is their honey.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so we can take that with us.
All right, awesome. Keen to see this hive.
Let's go.
This hive is just outside the city. They have a team of 5 beekeepers managing hives on buildings big and small nationwide. We're going up, and up again.
We're 27 levels up with this view, and I'm standing next to beehives.
What are they doing here?
What are they doing here?
Well, these beehives were installed October last year. They're honeybees, so Apis mellifera. And they're here because this building believes in bringing bees back into urban areas, repollinating, repopulating.
I was wondering where the rest of my suit is, but just stay calm.
We're going to see today how well they've been doing. This is our highest site with this amazing view. And so it's going to be really indicative to see how high bees can thrive on rooftops. So we're actually really lucky here in Kirribilli and the northern Sydney area. We have a lot of jacaranda trees that bloom. We've got a lot of greenery, but they will fly anywhere from 5 to 10 kilometres to source food.
There's probably about 50 to 60,000 bees inside this hive. And we've got a frame pretty much fully capped of honey there.
They're getting busy capping down here, or filling, are they?
That's
Capping?
right, yeah. They're still finishing off that section of the frame.
These frames filled with honey prove that beehives on city rooftops work. The team is stoked. We're in the northern tip of the peninsula in Newport to meet Kelly at her flagship store. She's a designer and a champion for sustainability.
This was here when it used to be a lawnmower shop.
Ah.
And I felt really mean to remove him from the street because all the kids come past and they pat it.
Oh, right. Yeah. Have a little chat. Hello.
I know.
Kelly is a true outdoor girl and her brand really does reflect it.
Pony Rider began out of a love of the Scouts. Little fella. My mum was a Scout leader.
Classic.
I know. And we lived in this whole world of rope tying. Is it Jamboree or Jamboree? Jamboree?
Jamboree is the fun park down
That's
the
the fun
coast.
park.
Jamboree, maybe, yes.
Jamboree.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The products are designed to be outside, hardy, and made to last.
So we find old truck canvas product,
how
or old
good.
truck canvases that are literally like hanging around on the back
Go
of trucks.
over the back.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yep. And we turn them into products. This whole collection was made from offcuts in factories that was going to go into landfill. It's just proof that you can find something and with creativity turn it into something that people can love again. I want over here. Have you ever eaten at Queen Esther? Oh my God, it's so good.
Spicy tomato relish, cabbage.
I'm going to go snitty.
Snitty Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Across the street, we hit up Queen Esther,
It's so cute.
a proper little hole in the wall that's bringing vibrant Middle Eastern flavours to this lucky little street in Newport. Today is Chicken Schnitzel Day, and it would be rude not to. No complaints here.
And I'm looking forward to trying that chili.
There's just a
I like some
whole
spice.
heap of love in there.
What is it about the beaches?
Well, I grew up in Warringah and it was so boring.
You just had to get down to the beach.
Nature, all the national parks are around here. You get to relax and live a good lifestyle. So I was like, yep, this is me.
This is going to be messy for sure.
Alright, get in there.
I'm just going straight in. I'm not going to muck around here.
Okay, I'm going to do it by bit.
Wow,
Yum.
that's so good.
Yum.
Pony Rider goes beyond making gear. They produce a product range that gives a portion of its profits to help restore hiking huts in the national parks.
I knew if I sat back in my heart space of like what gave me joy, it was always been in the national parks. From a kid, growing up, going down there, skiing, hiking, and I was just like, that makes me feel good. We've got to look after it.
That must feel good, that one.
It does feel good.
Yeah.
It does feel good. In fact, it feels so good, it's all I want to do.
Yeah.
When Kel offered to give us some gear for our journey, we couldn't resist. A couple of towels and a sharp knife will go a long way.
I want to know how the fish sandwich goes.
Yeah, I'll report back.
Pop that in there. That's for you.
Thank you.
Enjoy. So you can lie down there and you can just like, I'll get you all cosy and you put your legs up and we'll wrap you up.
Oh, yep. This is good.
Oh, there you go. Look, you can feel how cosy it is.
See you tomorrow.
Good night. See ya. Done. Out.
Few Z's to sleep off the feed, and we're off to our next stop. We're by the lake in Narrabeen to meet Clarence, an Aboriginal man who forages the area weekly.
Warrami, Ginnegay, Nyarchi, Clarence. We're here today on Gymarigal country, particularly the Kennigal.
Clarence is helping to continue what the Indigenous people have been doing in this area for thousands of years.
We know local mob would come down here using the local swan eggs as food sources, the warrigal, the local Gymea lilies, the wattle seed. This place is an abundance full of food and natural resources.
Today he's foraging warrigal green. We're taking a whole bunch of this fast-growing green back to Tom for our cook-up. It can be found pretty much everywhere you go on the east coast of Australia. Wattle blossom, a staple in the Aboriginal people's diet which helps balance blood sugar levels. It also tells us when the whales will be migrating past on their way up the coast.
We come down here as Bush to Bowl and trying to help people get an understanding of the importance of country and connecting to country and feeling its presence.
It's 6 a.m. and we're down at Manly Beach to meet up with one of my good mates, Murray. The morning is fresh, but the conditions are perfect. Murray's a community champion and an all-round frother.
The left almost has...
Manly Beach is a breeding ground of talent, and Tully White is one of them, competing on the Women's World Longboard Tour. Murray's down here most mornings, camera in hand, capturing anyone out enjoying the waves and all the beach has to offer. Man, I love this place.
When you get those incredible sunrises, it's like this shared experience that everyone gets to have.
Yeah,
like a lot of people, like, did you see that sunrise this morning? And you're like, yeah, I was out there. It was like,
I was part of that.
Yeah, it was a shared experience. That left's starting to work a little bit better now, eh? Look at that thing.
You back out there?
Murray's framing shop is just down the road on Manly Corso. He frames up his work and hangs it in the gallery space for people to buy. Muzz gets to see the process through from start to finish.
Yeah, well, surfing is like just a fun endeavour. At the end of the day, you're out there, you're playing in the ocean. Sometimes it gets a little bit serious, but generally it's just about sliding through the planet's energy kind of can impart on us as humans and us on this planet. Getting pretty philosophical. I got heaps of philosophical stuff, but that's a whole different chapter.
Welcome to Brookvale, or Brookie, as it's known to the locals. An industrial area about 1k from the coast, with a reputation for its entrepreneurial spirit, innovation and creativity. Surfboard shapers, brewers, distillers, furniture makers. Brookie's the place. You can't have a feast without fresh bread. So we're swinging past Tom's Bakery.
Super good. And then, so for the flick, good handful of flour, and then really quick. Like that.
So
real fast.
yeah, real fast?
Yeah. Like you're rolling dice.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's great.
I haven't ruined the loaf.
The guys here, honestly, they make the best bread along the northern beaches, and I really wanted to come here and learn.
The dough ferments for 24 hours, and each loaf is individually shaped and handled. Hundreds of loaves are made daily and sent all over Sydney. Look at those perfect loaves. Yum!
It's such a good skill to have. I feel like you should be able to like catch a fish, harvest honey and make bread. If you knew those three things, your life's pretty complete.
Yeah. That's all you really need.
I think if everyone saw the process and like the amount of effort that goes in, like they'd appreciate this too.
This loaf did not make it to dinner. It got lost somehow. We're heading around the corner to Freshie Brewing, one of 7 breweries in the suburb, making it one of the country's most vibrant and thriving craft brewing regions.
Hi Jared, Brett, how you doing?
Nice to meet you, mate.
Yeah, you too. Welcome to Freshwater.
These guys are the new kids on the block. Their aim? Brew simple but good beer for ocean-obsessed beer drinkers.
It is very refreshing.
We wanted to brew for the community and have easier drinking beers, your post-surf beers, your post-swim beers and your kind of barbecue beers.
Good way to spend your 9 to 5.
Yeah, it's got its perks.
Putting community first, Johnny and Brett wanted to put good beer and food on the menu, support local music and create a watering hole that feels like a second home. Head brewer Brett, a country boy turned salt dog, winemaker turned brewer, is dedicated to making refreshing and crisp beers. This particular beer's ingredients are all from within the state, which is rare for any Australian brewer. Every year, the team takes the 6-hour journey south to get their hands on the hops and learn more about the process and the people who grow them. The hops they're using are the first ever commercially grown in New South Wales. It's taking it back to the old ways of brewing, using ingredients from local suppliers and supporting other local industries.
All that yellow stuff is the good stuff.
Yeah, it smells incredible. That's all the flavour and the aroma.
The hops are added into the kettle for the wet hop brew to add bitterness and aroma. The malt from Voyager malt is milled and soaked, the sugars then turning to alcohol. Thanks for the beers, boys. There's a lot of brewing going on in Brookvale, and Emma is doing things a little differently.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. Wait, no, I've done it the wrong way around.
You need to bring this out?
Yeah, bring it out. Yeah, here we go. Okay. I was playing around with making my own butcher, and then I discovered fire tonic, which is the recipe where you brew all the chili and the ginger and whatever you want, really.
Garlic.
Yeah, garlic.
Herbs, spices.
Yeah, onion. And I did a lot of really good batches and a lot of really bad batches and figured out like... Okay,
Friends either loved you or hated you, depending on who you were giving it to.
Yeah, I'd go over and some people would like still have the full bottle and they're a bit too spicy.
Yeah.
But most of the people that takes it straight and likes the kind of intensity of the spices and the ginger.
The tonic is brewed for 1 month with the powerful herbs and ingredients, each one having unique medicinal properties.
Apple cider vinegar is incredible for your blood sugar, for your digestion, for your stomach pH. I wanted to make it enjoyable and almost a ritual.
Everything is purpose-led with Sisu. The main aim is to spread happiness and stoke to her customers, to invigorate people to do more of the stuff that makes them feel alive and spend more time in nature. I'm definitely feeling the effects. We can't leave Brookie without picking up a board.
Tommy?
Joe?
This surf shop has been family run and operated since the 50s, now into its 3rd generation with Tom. He has taken the reins alongside his dad Greg, making them the longest running suppliers of surfboards in Australia. They've even created a surf museum in the old factory.
Welcome to the vault, mate.
Whoa. Time warp.
Yeah, a bit of a time warp. Yeah, a bit of the family collection that Dad's been collecting back probably for the last good 40 to 50 years or so. You can kind of see a bit of the evolution of surfboards up here, you know.
Bit of everything. So this is 70 years of surfing in one room.
Tom has been in and around this factory his entire life.
How's that, Finn? Are we allowed to see that? Is that off limits?
But yeah, there's a lot of experimenting going on.
There are some funky crafts in here.
It's great to see the brand still going in tribute of my grandpa Barry's legacy.
I reckon I had this one. Indo Express.
It's a purpose-built board that was made for Queenscliff Bombora and pioneering surfing that wave. And then the next year, Dave Jackman actually took it over to Hawaii and it went on a cruise ship over to the North Shore and did a season over there.
Are you shaping with these now?
Oh, a couple here and there.
Yeah.
In terms of its like cycle, you know, when you snap a surfboard, traditionally it usually goes into landfill, but these ones you can actually recycle it, cook it back down and make another surfboard blank. So it's kind of like the production cycle or the life cycle of the surfboard can continue on. You surfing anytime soon?
I'd love to ride this. This is the board test.
Yeah, the rattle test.
Looks good.
We're back in Manly for a quick surf. Usually on any given day there could be a big crowd of surfers in the lineup. But today, Tom and I have it to ourselves. Great to trade waves with Tom and see him continue on the family legacy. And the guy rips. We're heading around the corner to Freshwater Beach, where surfing was introduced to Australia by the Duke in 1914 and is a world surfing reserve. We're here to meet Jack and jump in for a spear.
How's it going, man? Long done? Been well? Ready to get out?
So ready. Ready.
Jack is one of the most consistent and driven spearfishermen in the area. He is dedicated to helping people gain confidence in the ocean, running his own surf survival and freediving training business. This guy can hold his breath for a ridiculous amount of time. The ocean is really alive here today, and I feel lucky to have it just a few steps from my home.
Turbans. So, Slimy Max pulled an ice salmon up while I was here, and then we got little bonito. That thing is going to be unreal. Yes.
It's been an epic dive and we can't leave without cooking up at least one fish. Even if the setup is a bit sketchy. This is good downtime for Jack. In between his busy schedule of training people on how to handle themselves in heavy water and free diving.
Where you're in the ocean, it is a very hostile environment sometimes. You have to be mindful of just the general safety around it and just being aware of where your limitations are. And I think it's something that's an important skill to try to teach to as many people as possible. Actually came out really good.
Anything with that much butter tastes good.
Oh yeah.
A couple of beers and a cracking sunset, and tomorrow we head back to Tom for the final cook-up. Tom is heading to the local market in Warriewood to grab some extra ingredients for the cook-up. A community hub bursting with fresh produce and lots of familiar faces.
What's good today, brother?
Corn's very sweet. Our herbs are all coming through, all off the family farm.
It's nice to see your stall with less selection than most of the stalls in the markets. Because
we don't bring pineapples.
No.
Can't grow pineapples in the Blue Mountains.
No, it's good.
Everything's picked in the last 2 days, really.
Okay. Bit of rock roll.
We've come back full circle to Tom's restaurant for the final cook-up. Throughout it all, we've connected with friends, new and old. We've foraged, explored and met passionate producers who are pouring their hearts into their crafts. It's people like this that help shape a community, keeping the spirit of this place alive. We didn't really know what we would find as we set out, but I feel this is a real taste of a place.
Oh, you got me!
Good ingredients, wild and delicious, are closer than you think.
Nice to see you all.
Hello, Tom.
Hello. You got in front of you the turban snail, chopped up with a bit of fermented chilli and garlic and orange and lime juice. What else did you eat?
Tom's approach is simple but refined, allowing each ingredient to find its perfect place. And now it all comes together. Gathering around a shared table. It's not just about the food or the drinks. It's about the people of this place and the stories behind every bite and every sip. Here's to the journey and the flavours that make it unforgettable. And that's a wrap.